Hi, I'm Karina Fugit, registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator, and this is our fifth and final video in our series on the diabetic diet. In this video, we'll be discussing meal planning, what causes your blood sugars to go up and down, and how to try to keep your blood sugars as stable as possible.
What happens to my blood sugars when I eat food?
When you eat food, particularly food with carbohydrate, it breaks down and turns into sugar. This sugar then enters your bloodstream and makes your blood sugars go up. Typically, your blood sugars will peak at about 1 hour after eating, and at 2 hours after eating, they should be back to normal. For diabetes, ideally we like to see your blood sugars less than 110 before meals and less than 140 2 hours after eating a meal.
Will my blood sugars raise the same regardless of what carbohydrate I eat?
Typically not. While there's no exact science as to how quickly food is broken down, most people with diabetes find that if they eat a meal that's high in fat, it may delay their blood sugars from rising after that meal. So their sugars may, for example, peak at 3 to 4 hours after the meal instead of at 1 hour after.
Wow, they're perfect. Wow, why is it so high?
On the other hand, when you eat protein with your carbohydrates or you eat high fiber carbohydrates, this will typically slow down your digestion, making it so your blood sugars don't spike quite as quickly as they would if you were eating a meal of just carbohydrate by itself.
Yeah, my blood sugars look great. My blood sugars still look great. Time for dessert.
Is it alright if I skip a meal if I'm not hungry?
No, when you have diabetes, you should eat a minimum of 3 meals per day. Some people prefer to break these meals up into 6 smaller meals per day, and that is fine. In fact, some people find that that can actually help keep their blood sugars more stable. Now let's discuss what can happen when you go too long without food. Take, for example, when you go to bed at night. Your blood sugars will naturally go down when you sleep, and they reach a point in the middle of the night when your liver recognizes that your blood sugars are getting low, so then your liver and your muscles start breaking down stored glucose and dumping it into your bloodstream. This makes your blood sugars go up, so oftentimes your blood sugars may actually be higher when you wake up in the morning than they were the whole rest of the day. One way to help with this process is to eat breakfast within 1 hour of waking up, and also perhaps even eat a healthy snack within 1 hour of going to bed at night. When you're awake, you don't want to go more than about 4 to 6 hours without eating something with carbohydrate, or your liver will respond the same way. This can make your blood sugars very unpredictable during the day. One time I had a lady call me up on the phone, and she said that it was right before dinner time and her blood sugars were over 200, and they hadn't been that high the whole rest of the day. And she said, "I'm so confused because all I had for lunch was a chicken salad." Well, probably what happened in her case was since she actually didn't have a meal with carbohydrates for lunch, then her liver started releasing stored glucose, just like we were talking about, and that actually made her blood sugars go higher right before dinner. So even if you're eating 3 meals a day, but not all of your meals include carbohydrates, that can also raise your blood sugars. Can I save carbs from one meal and add them to another meal? No, this is called banking your carbs, and it is not recommended, as it can really make your blood sugars unpredictable. Just remember that eating consistent carbs will usually make your blood sugars more consistent.
Do I have to eat a snack?
Most people with diabetes don't need to eat a snack, but let's say you have 5 carbohydrates per meal and you would like to split that up and eat maybe 4 for your meal and save that 5th one for a snack later. You can do that. And just remember that a healthy snack has some type of carbohydrate mixed with some type of protein or fiber, because that usually, again, that will help keep your blood sugars a little more stable. Some examples of healthy snacks are a small apple with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, 5 or so crackers with 1 slice of cheese, 6 ounces of no added sugar yogurt, 3 cups of popped popcorn or a high fiber or high protein granola bar that's less than about 200 calories. So I thought I did a great job at lunch today, but for some reason my blood sugars are still high. I ate the right amount of carbs and I had fiber and protein, so what happened? Why did they go high? One thing to keep in mind is that there are so many things that affect your blood sugars. Food is just one of them. Some factors that affect your blood sugars are physical activity, stress, hydration, sleep, medications, and weight. The best way to be able to tell if a particular food always raises your blood sugars is try that food 3 separate times. And if on every single occasion your blood sugars are high 2 hours after that meal, then that probably tells you you're sensitive to that food and should probably limit how often you eat it. Now let's talk about some delicious and well-balanced meals that are great for people with diabetes. For our breakfast, we have 1.5 cups of cooked oatmeal prepared with water and 1 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of sliced peaches. Does it pass the taste test? Let's see. Will my husband eat it?
That's pretty good.
Will a toddler eat it? For lunch, we have a ham and cheese sandwich with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and mustard, a light yogurt, raw vegetables such as carrots and sugar snap peas, and 2 clementine oranges or another type of fruit. Does it pass the taste test? Will a pregnant lady eat it?
Dude, I'll eat just about anything right now.
Will a non-pregnant person eat it?
I would definitely eat this.
For dinner, we have breaded baked chicken with 2/3 of a cup of a pasta side, 1/2 cup of asparagus, 1 cup of milk, and 1 1/4 cups of strawberries. Does it pass the taste test? Well, let's see. Will Sarah, who has type 1 diabetes, eat it?
Yeah, I'll eat this.
Will Henry, who has type 2 diabetes, eat it?
This is delicious. This is good.
Well, folks, I think that just about wraps it up. This concludes our 5-video series on the diabetes diet. If you do have more questions, please contact me through my website, missiondietitian.com. You see the link below. Take care of yourself, and I hope you have a wonderful day.